guys, and welcome back to my channel. Like a horrible vlogger, I completely forgot to start filming this. It is Friday night. It's 6 o'clock. I just made a giant batch of American buttercream. I am currently making cakes. So the cakes I'm currently making right now is a monster themed smash cake, and I'm also making a Nightmare Before Christmas cake. The most important one I need to get finished right now is the monster themed cake, and then I'm gonna get started. Ooh, sorry for shaking. I'm gonna get started on the Nightmare Before Christmas to see how much I can get done tonight. So let's get to it. So here you see me layering my cakes with American buttercream that I made from scratch. And then after I'm done with this, what I do is I go ahead and put it in the fridge to set up for a few minutes because I will start to carve it. So here I am carving my cake. I'm trying to achieve a dome type figure, so it looks like a little round monster. So I carve off the edges and try to make that as round as possible. And then I put it back in the fridge to set. So here I am jumping to the Nightmare Before Christmas cake, where I'm making Oogie Boogie Man. I think that's how you say it. So I'm just taking some green and brown fondant, mix it together to kind of make it into this deeper green. I kind of try to match it to what the picture I saw here, but he looked a little more brown in the movie. I feel like he looks a little more green. I did add some Tylose powder, so that way it does firm up quite a bit so it stands sturdy. And yeah, so I'm sitting here sculpting it. This is my first sculpture I've ever made out of fondant, so just bear with me. And I thought it came out pretty good for my first time. With some practice, I feel like I can definitely get better. that is it. That's my Oogie Boogie Man. Later on, and you'll see in the pictures at the end of this vlog, I do add some worms. I did add some black dust for some shading. Here I'm working on the Monster Smash cake again. I was going off some reference pictures that the customer sent me. I tend to take these pictures and kind of make them my own. I don't typically do the same thing unless that's highly requested that they would like it to look exactly like that picture. Other than that, I usually kind of make it my own and do kind of my own thing with the similarities of what the customer would like. Sorry, I should have moved the camera so you could see it a little better, but you know, I just did it like that. Here I am, I'm taking a tip that has multiple holes in it. I can't remember the name of it right now, but if I find it, I will put it across the screen, but usually make grass with it. I'm paping that all over. I'm leaving some spots to add some orange in, and it's very tedious work for this, but and it did take me about a half an hour to cover this entire cake with the fur on there. And as you probably won't see the rest of it here, only because my camera does cut off right before I finish, but I do insert a picture in the middle of the vlog as well. Just like that, my camera dies. Sorry guys. Hey friends, so last night my camera died halfway through me making that cake. So I'm gonna insert a picture here so you guys can take a look at the finished product. Unfortunately, I'm a broke vlogger, so I can't afford another battery. So I only have one, and I didn't want to I couldn't take the time to charge it and then continue on the cake later because it was already late at night, and they were coming to pick it up today. So I'll insert a picture for you guys so you can see it, and I'm gonna continue on with the Jack Skellington cake. So here you go. So here I'm starting with my 9-inch cake that I actually crumb coated last night. That was when my camera died. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put that final layer on there, and I'm gonna put it back in the fridge to set. also put my first coating of buttercream last night after I carved Jack Skellington's face out of my 6-inch cake here. This is putting on the final coat before I fondant, so I did that and then I put it in the fridge to set. And here I rolled out some black fondant and I'm drawing Jack Skellington's bow tie, and I just pretty much winged it from looking at a picture online, and then I set that aside to dry. And at first I was going to cut out some white strips with some white fondant, but then I decided not to. I do have some white edible paint that I decided to use instead, and then I set that aside to dry as well. In this you see here, I'm rolling out some black fondant to cover my cake. This is where everything went downhill for me, and I quickly learned why a lot of people I see on YouTube don't cover their cakes in pre-made black fondant. I used the Wilton, but it did just it kept ripping on me and slouching, and because I kept trying to get it to stretch, it pulled my corners down. So if you see in the next few minutes, you'll see that my corners started to slouch and turn curved instead of those straight sharp lines I worked so hard to get. And that's when I just gave up and decided to make like a skirt out of it, a rugged, ripped, spooky-ish type skirt. cover Jack's face with black, and then after I did this, I went ahead and covered it back with white, and I took a template that I printed out, and I cut out the eyes, the mouth, and the nose, so that way the black showed through. I really liked that method, but of course, again, the black started ripping, and I had to fill in some holes, but other than that, I thought it turned out really great. Again, my camera did end up dying, so you'll see a message shortly after this on what happened.
3,000 years later.
So about the rest of this vlog, I hesitated on putting it up, but I decided that why not? So when I was filming this, at that very moment where it ended, I was just over it at that point. I was getting so frustrated because I was using black fondant, the Wilton black fondant, to cover the cake because it's a Nightmare Before Christmas cake. So I was going to cover the bottom with black, and I kept ripping. And I watch a lot of like vlog tutorials on making cakes, and a lot of the YouTubers that I see state that like covering cakes with black is like the worst thing you can do because black is so, it needs such a high concentrated version of the black to make it black that it's impossible to like use for like covering giant cakes. I didn't listen. I know why now. They decide to just cover it white and then airbrush it. I don't own an airbrush system, so that's why, excuse me, that's why I decided just to go for it and use the black fondant. Well, I did plan on covering my bottom base cake just, with black, but I kept tearing. So I was like, you know what? And all my smooth corners that I had on that cake was gone from trying to smooth it. It was a hot mess. Anyways, I decided just to make it more rustic looking. So I made it kind of look like it was like ripped and torn to make kind of look like that feel of The Nightmare Before Christmas. Because if you ever seen the movie, it's a very dark and entertaining movie, and you'd have to see it. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. But anyways, so I decided to do it like a skirt, almost like a ripped type of skirt. I'm gonna insert a picture so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I also finished the entire cake and took a really nice picture of it. So if you liked it, give this video a thumbs up. And make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn that bell icon on because I'm really bad at uploading on a schedule of any kind. So that bell icon will just notify you when I upload any photo. It's been a rough day, guys. Like super rough. I can't talk apparently, so just bear with me. But I don't even know. Anyways. Just turn the bell icon on so you know when I'm uploading. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any requests for what you want to see, leave it down in the comments below. So go ahead and look me up on social media. That's where I post all my pictures of any cakes that I make, and my kids, stuff like that. So go ahead and look me up. And I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.